Hi there, I'm an Ultimate Iron Man. Sort of. I've divided the Runescape map into 18 regions, all with their own custom-built task system. These tasks provide rewards to me, such as XP and supplies. Every week, I will randomly select one of these regions and I'll be locked to it for 9 hours. Once up, my inventory and ward equipment will be wiped. My bank will be operating on a store-only basis, which means I can never take items out of it. I have compiled a list of RuneScape bosses, and the goal of this series is to kill all of them at least once. With every boss killed for the first time, I'm awarded either the choice of an additional region every week, or the ability to carry over one inventory slot every single week. Lastly, all of this content will be streamed live at twitch.tv/MrFrogRS, so be sure to join in. If you need any more information, make sure you check out the description, or just leave a comment. Without further ado, I bring you Regional Rumble! So stupid. But with all this this week wrapped up, we're going to go ahead and roll ourselves 3 new regions. Alright, I mean, somewhat interesting. We've got some stuff that we can do. Definitely got stuff that we can do. So, let's move on to another week of Regional Rumble. To another episode of Regional Rumble. This week we have unlocked ourselves the Wilderness along with Southern Kourend and Gnome. I'm just going to say quickly, Gnome is probably not going to get used at all this week. Gnome is it's not a terrible region, it's just really bad for the early game. It has Slayer stuff and it gives access to like Apertor and stuff later on, but obviously we don't need that right now, so it's not going to be used this week. Wilderness is going to be the main focus, obvious reasons. We have bosses here that we can kill, as obviously it is the Wilderness, it is a little bit more dangerous, so I do want to address a few things. I did say at the beginning of this series that I did not want this series to be fixated around PvP, and I did not want it to affect the series or kill the series in any way. So I have come up with the way things are going to work, and hopefully this will make it so that there is a little bit of risk to being in the Wilderness, but it's not going to completely kill the series. Basically, the way I want this to work is that if I am to die to a player in the Wilderness, obviously I will lose all my stuff. Actually, technically I'd keep 3 items because this account technically isn't a UAM, which reminds me. Let me just put this back on. There we go. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, right, so this account technically isn't a UAM, so I keep 3 items, but naturally I should lose them all. If I die to a PKer, the way I'm going to treat this is that I get to keep the carryovers that I brought over from the previous region. Everything else is still going to be lost. So anything that I've obtained in the past, maybe like 7 hours of the episode, I will still have lost. So there is a risk to going into the Wilderness. It is not completely risk-free, but I don't want it to be taking items off me, like for example, I don't know, let's say I get Barrows in the future and I lose it. I don't want to be losing my Barrows armor due to a player when I don't want this series to be based on PvP. And that's just basically the way I want to play this. I just want it to be about the bossing, so we'll move on from that. That's how that's going to work. Secondly, when it comes to the wildy bosses, when I first started this series, they were slightly different. They have changed them now. So now we have 2 versions of the main bosses. You have the small version and then you have the big version. I'm not going to change this too much. All I'm going to say is that the small version and the big version will count as the same boss kill. The main reason for this is because I'm pretty sure that the higher level one, the big one, is very, very, very difficult to solo, if not impossible, from what people have told me. I don't know exactly, but I don't want it to be that ridiculous to the point where I'm just going to be not enjoying myself getting PK'd repeatedly and stuff like that. And I think with the way the bosses were before, I would have been able to kill them fairly easy. Callisto would have been easy to kill, you know, Venenatis, reasonably easy to kill. Stuff like that, I think the way that we've set it up is probably the best way to do it. So that's the plan for that. I will say onwards from this, though, when it comes to losing items in the Wildy, this is untradeable, and if I die, it will go, and there's not much I can do about it. For this right now, I'm not too phased. In the future, I might try and find a way of making it so I don't lose them. I don't really like the idea of using the bank, because obviously the whole idea is I don't take items out of the bank, but if it comes to that, I might have to do it. If I lose this, then honestly I'll just carry on without it. It's only got 18 charges, it's just a Xeric's Talisman, it's not the end of the world. But I'm just worried about in the future where it might impact the account a lot more. So we're really hoping that that doesn't happen, but just to clarify all of that, so if I die to a player, I get to keep the 6 carryovers that I had. Obviously in this case it'll only be 5 because this will get destroyed. The wildy bosses, I only have to kill the small ones. I can kill the big ones if I really want to, but they count as the same kill. I don't get 2 boss carryovers because that would also be a little bit ridiculous because the wildy would have way too many bosses for that. Anyway, that's that covered. Let's get on with this episode. So I'm going to start the timer, but the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hop to a free-to-play world. Now, there's nothing in the rules that says I can't do this, so we're going to go to free-to-play because... Actually, I probably should have equipped my gear first. I feel pretty stupid. Anyway, the reason I go to free-to-play is because you basically never get PK'd in free-to-play. There's, like, no PKs anywhere. And what I want to do isn't prohibited by pay-to-play. I don't need to be on pay-to-play to do it. So I might as well make the most of being on free-to-play. I'm hopping back so I can equip my gear because I'm an idiot. And I'm not going to have any inventory space if I don't do that. But basically what I want to do, if this can start going, is we are going to head up to the... there's like deadly red spiders in this little ghost graveyard thing. It's just north of the Ferox Enclave. And there's a spawn of steel plate legs there, which I'm going to collect up a bunch of to get ourselves some money. Now this week we do have Southern Kourend, which means we have Shazian. And they actually have an armor shop there, which allows us to sell steel plate legs to. So we can get some good money from that by selling to a specialist shop. This is the main reason why I'm not going to the lava maze, by the way. Not only is the lava maze further away, a bit of a run, I don't have access to a specialist shop for steel plates anyway, so it seems like a bit of a waste of time. I might as well go for the steel plate legs. I also want to add one quick thing. We do automatically tick off a task this week, and that is to unlock the Forthos dungeon doors, and that is because we did it in a previous week, and now we've unlocked Southern Kourend, and I will be taking that off right after I've got these steel plate legs, because I'm going to be heading down to Southern Kourend right after that. So, let's go ahead and fill our inventory up. The place where we're getting them from is right here. I shouldn't meet any PKs. Like I said, it's in free to play, and even if I do, I don't think I'm going to be in too much trouble unless they've got like binds and entangles, which is highly, highly unlikely. Alright, we've got ourselves an invent full of steel plate legs, because we've also got 1 equipped, so that's 28, and yes, I'm currently running through Lumbridge. I am running towards the boat so I can go to Southern Kourend. Obviously that is allowed, as long as I don't do anything in these regions, I'm allowed to pass through them. I'm just going to clarify that, because I feel like someone's going to question this at some point. But the reason I wanted to do this, rather than minigame teleport to Tithe Farm, which is what I could have done, is because I wanted to save the teleport to get back. I'm not going to be in Shazian for that long, and I don't think I will be there long enough for the cooldown to pass. And I really don't want to be trying to walk all the way to the wilderness. So we've got this teleport, we'll be able to use it to Ferox Enclave, which gets us straight back to the wilderness. So I'm going to head over to Shazian. We will complete ourselves that task as soon as I get there. That will be that ticked off. Like I said, we did complete that in a previous episode, but we didn't have Southern Kourend for the week, so we couldn't tick it off. I'm probably going to take the XP on it. I've looked at the rewards, and they're not all that great, plus the fact I don't really want to be taking them in the wilderness with me. But it will really depend on what I get as a reward. Because, like, I mean, even if I get 5 XP, maybe I just take it anyway. I'll have a look. We'll see how it goes, and I'll see you in Shazian. Right, so we grabbed ourselves 200 mithril arrows. I've still got half the cash left. I made about 16k from selling all the plate legs. We are currently in the process of making ourselves a maple shortbow. And the reason I didn't spend all the money is because I'm going to store the rest of this, or I guess 8,000 of it, into LMS. And that's going to allow me, if I die, to have some money to rebuild and get another setup, which basically gets me pretty much the exact same setup as I've got now. So we could go for 2 attempts if we do have to get PK'd. Beyond that, I might have to go and get more steel plate legs. I really hope that doesn't happen. Getting PK'd is really annoying. It's more inconvenient than it is actually difficult to do. It's just so frustrating when people end up killing me. But I'll grab myself a knife, we'll go make the maple shortbow, and then we're going to head up to the Chaos Fanatic in the wilderness. We did attempt this in the past. Got PK'd, I think, 3 times. So that was an absolute nightmare. Hopefully, this run is going to go a little bit better. I'm pretty sure last time I did it, I had bronze arrows, so bit of an upgrade. I also think I might have had like a willow shortbow, so I think decent upgrade, to be honest. Alright, so I was just collecting up some food, and I realised I completely forgot to tick off the task. But as we did do it like 2-3 weeks ago, we unlocked all the doors of the Forthos dungeon, and now that we currently have Southern Kourend, we can now go ahead and tick that task off. So that is a medium task in the Southern Kourend area completed. And with that task completed, we have ourselves the rewards of 50,000 XP, 50 steel bars, or 10 super anti-poisons. As I said, these rewards aren't really useful for what I'm doing, plus I don't really want to take them to the wilderness, so the XP is probably going to be chosen. But we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel anyway to see what we get. And maybe that impacts something. I sincerely doubt it. Okay, I'll take that. That's not bad. 50,000 smithing XP. We can add that on at some point whenever I remember to do it. Cool. 50,000 smithing XP will be added, because I'm not going to take the other 2 rewards, but that is the task done that we did before. I'm going to go back to collecting food. The best food I can think of getting is chocolate cakes, which I absolutely hate, by the way, because I don't think they're going to save me from a PK somehow. I think I'm just going to be stuffing my face with cake as I fall to my death. In fact, it might even be worse to eat the cakes, because I'm not going to be able to save my prayer. Alright, so it's going to be time to attempt the Chaos Fanatic. I am going to hop to a free-to-play world to get up there. Obviously, we cannot kill it on a free-to-play world, but just for the safety of navigating, we're going to run up there to a free-to-play world, and then we're going to try and kill this thing. Now, like I said, I probably will get PK'd, and I'm almost certain that I lose the Xeric's Talisman on death. So, if we do happen to die, I'm just going to say whatever for this one. It's not that big of a deal. Let's have a look. Killed by a player. Yeah, these are the items that we'll lose. It'll be beyond level 20, so yeah, there we go. We'd keep these 3. I will reimburse this and this, because they are carryovers, and we'll just lose the 6th item, because this is going to get destroyed. As for everything else, these will all get lost. I will have to go and get these again. This I'm going to store in the coffers, so don't worry about this right now, but everything else is going to get lost. I have to go get it back again, and that's basically the way I'm going to do this risk. Unfortunate about the Xeric's Talisman, but the only other way to protect it is to put it in the bank, and I really don't like the idea of using the bank. Oh, I also had money in here. Really don't like the idea of using the bank as a function in this. Obviously, the whole point of it is that I don't take stuff out of it, so it feels kind of annoying to make exceptions on that. Anyway, that's me rambling over. We're going to head up to the Chaos Fanatic, and hopefully get this kill. Because if we can do this, that's another boss kill ticked off. And more importantly, another wildy boss kill ticked off. Because the sooner I can get all the wildy bosses killed, the sooner I stop having to come here. Right, empty world. I'm just going to get this done. If I get killed, then I get killed. It is what it is. Let's try and get this done as quick as possible before someone PKs me. I really hate doing this. Let's go.
Oh no.
Alright, okay, we're going for me, not the person who's actually got stuff. Why are you going for me and not the guy who's trading? I didn't even mean to hop, but that works. That's the Kourend. I don't even know what world I was on. I have absolutely no idea what world I was on. I have to go back to that world. Because I need to finish that kill. I can't keep starting a new kill, it just won't work. Get some energy, nice. Seriously? No, come on man, don't do this to me. Maybe he'll think I've logged. Maybe he'll think I've logged. I need to get this kill. I'll go for the others, right? No, come on, it's so close. Just glad I had that strange fruit because I would have run out of energy. That would have been horrible. No, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's still low health. We've still got time. I can't do this without prayer, can I? And I can't go down for prayer because I'm pretty sure he's there. Tippy tippy toe. I need help. I need prayer. taking it. I don't care. Give me the drop. We out, boys. We got the kill. That is a wieldy boss kill. Done. That was terrifying, honestly. I'm just getting out of here by any means necessary. I don't know what I'm going to show in the video, but there were 2 PKs and I managed to escape and still continue the kill on the same world. Basically, I wait for them to hop or kill someone else or just leave. But we got the kill. That is Chaos Fanatic. Kill count is 1. That took 13 minutes and 58 seconds. That was way longer than I ever want to be doing a kill for. I'm actually going to hop to a free-to-play world. I went to a PK world. Not that it matters, it's free-to-play, but still, I'm going to go to a free-to-play world because I don't want to risk dying. Yeah, so we're just going to switch to a slightly safer world. I'm really, like, sort of reading from that. I thought it was going to be a lot better than last time, but no, it was still terrible. The hits were awful. RNG screwed me over, and like I said, 2 PKs as well, who I managed to avoid. I don't know why they focus me. I mean, I guess the D-Med is kind of juicy, but that is done. I'm going to get myself out of here, and then we'll address the rewards from the boss kill. I'm not going to do it right here, because I'm in the wilderness, and I just want to get out of here. Okay, we are back in southern Kourend. And now that we have calmed down, I don't really want to go back to the wilderness. I may have to at some point this week, but for now, we've got ourselves the main priority done, which was the Chaos Fanatic boss kill done. That took way longer than I thought it would. That was way harder than I thought it would be. But we did it. We did it. That is the boss kill done. So, with that, I can unlock either an extra region every week or an extra carryover slot every week. Now, you guys have been pestering me about this, and I'm finally going to give into it. We are going to take an extra region every single week. So that is now going to be 4 regions rolled every week. This should give us more chance to get stuff like fanatic. However, luck doesn't quite work that way, and I probably still won't get it. But it does give us an extra region. So we'll have 4 regions a week. That's more content, more areas to cover, and all of that stuff. And I think you guys will be happy with that. We'll also still have these 6 carryovers, as I said before. So we still have them. 4 regions, 6 carryovers every week. That is, what, 9 bosses killed now then? Wow, that's crazy. We're doing pretty well. We did get some uncut sapphires and uncut emeralds, as you'd have seen. Not a great drop. I just sort of grabbed them and legged it out of there because I was terrified. But yeah, that's the wildy done for now. If I think of anything else I want to do in the wildy later, I will be doing it. We've got some tasks and stuff that we can do in the wildy, but I really don't want to look into doing it right now because it just makes me so anxious and nervous. I just don't feel like it. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to head around southern Kourend. We've got a few bits I want to do here. There is a medium task to burn a U-log inside the woodcutting guild. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that because that's a nice easy one to do. I do want to have a quick look at the rewards though and make sure that it's something that I could benefit from. It's anti-poisons, air battle staff. I don't know. Maybe not. I kind of want to... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Change of plans. I might try and kill a zombie or a skeleton inside the crypts. Now, they are really hard to kill because they have mixed combat styles, if I remember rightly, and they did a lot of damage. But if I can manage to kill them, and I can actually get myself some rune boots, which is pretty huge. I mean, I'd have to swap something out. Probably the Van Braces? Van Braces are fairly easy to get, basically, in any region. I can just hunt eclectics for them. And then I'm just carrying them over at the moment because I didn't have anything else. But if I swap them out for rune boots, that's going to be a big upgrade for the account. Hopefully the XP doesn't land on something like Herblore, because that would make that decision really difficult. So, you know what? Actually, I'm going to skip the burner U-log for now, and I'm going to try and kill one of the things in the crypts. This could go horribly wrong. We'll just have to see. Right, I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go. I assume terribly, because the only time I've ever been down there was on a maxed account, and I got destroyed on that account, so... I'm kind of nervous, but we've got a little bit of food. And by food, I mean some chocolate cakes. We've got a light source, because apparently I needed that. Which, by the way, this was really hard to get, because the other location where there's a light source, you need to telegrab it, and I didn't realize this until I got to it. So that was awkward. Apparently this was upstairs in the mess hall. I didn't know there was an upstairs, but now I do. Right, I don't think... No, that doesn't go where I think it does. I'm in the wrong place. This one is the entrance to the crypts, right? Over here. Right, this is a little bit scary. I really hope I don't die down here, because if I do, it's going to be awkward to get my stuff back. Well, there's only one way to find out how this goes. There's no warning to get in here, though. Maybe I can, like, drag one? Kind of hoping I can sort of drag it. It's multi-combat, so if I get more than one on me, this is bad. Could I do this, and then, like, drag it this way a bit? This could work. Okay. Sneaky, sneaky around the corner. This might be alright, actually. We haven't got any of the others on us, and I can just pray against this, so it might be a lot easier than I thought it'd be. I thought that when I went down, I was going to get piled by everything. But I am shredding this guy. Oh my god. I'm running a train on him. A few more hits and he'll be dead. Oh, there we go. Wow, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I guess it makes up for the difficulty killing the Chaos Fanatic, at least. But there you go. That is going to be a medium task in the Southern Kourend area completed. Right, with that task completed, we have the choice of the rewards, which are 50,000 XP, rune boots, or 5 anti-fire potions. Let's rule out the anti-fire potions. We haven't even done Dragon Slayer yet. We don't have any Dragon Shield. Anti-fire potions are practically useless at this point. But we do have the choice between XP and rune boots. Now, I really do want to get the rune boots, so I'm kind of hoping this lands on like fire making, so I don't feel like it's a difficult decision. But we'll just have to see. So we'll go ahead and spin the wheel and see what XP we get. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, it's one of the middle grounds for skills. It's not a bad skill to get XP in, but I think I'm okay choosing rune boots over crafting XP. 50,000 crafting XP I'm losing out on, but rune boots are massive. Such a good item to get. I'm really going to have to go with them. So we're going to take the rune boots for that one, and that is going to be added to the account. Wonderful. Alright, with that done, I will be going ahead and adding the boots to the account in a moment, but I think the next thing I want to do is actually just go and AFK some temple spiders. I need to calm down from the wildy content, and I need some stuff to do on the side, so I think I'm going to push up to 65 attack. We'll finish getting that, and then I'll just blindly train strength in the hopes that we get troll lands next week or even the week after. We do have 4 regions to pick from now, so that is going to help our chances quite a bit. And beyond that, I'm just going to AFK some XP. So I'll probably see you guys in like a few hours once I've trained a bit. And maybe we'll do something after that. I mean, I got the Chaos Fanatic kill, which is the main thing I wanted from this episode. We did that right at the beginning. Normally I leave the fun bits to the end, but I wanted to get out of the way. So I'm pretty pleased with how much progress we've made. There we have it, 65 attack. I managed to just about get this on video. I did see the XP coming, so planned it pretty well, and yes, my health is pretty low. Leave me alone. But that is 65 attack. We will be able to enter the Warriors Guild now, which is fantastic if we can manage to roll the right region. I just want to say that I've been doing this for a while now, and as you can see, the inventory is completely full. I have not had a single nature rune drop. A little bit disappointing, not gonna lie. I think I'm going to head over to the general store and sell these off, because I can only low out anyway, which means I'm going to get the same amount from the general store as I would from alking. The only difference is I'd get, obviously, magic XP from alking. But it would be nice to get some nature runes, or even a grubby key. I haven't had one of them either, which is a shame. I could have dropped the tinderbox. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Like I said, I'm going to get the same amount of money anyway, and I just want these for a little bit of GP. I think by the end of this episode, I want to save up a bunch of money, because I can store it in LMS, so that in the future, if we need money in the wilderness and we don't have a good region to make it, we can take it out of the coffers. So that's basically the plan. I don't think I'm going to go for any more boss kills this week. I spoke about this on stream, and I don't know if I've mentioned it in the video already, but I think with the bosses in the wildy, I'm better off waiting until I get higher stats before I try and take them on, because even though I can kill them, it takes so long that the window for someone to come and PK me is much bigger than it should be. Like what happened with the Fanatic. It took me like 15, 18 minutes, somewhere around there, to kill the Fanatic. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. It is incredibly windy today. It took me so long to kill the Fanatic that I nearly got PK'd twice. So, I don't really want to be in the position where I'm having to worry about that. I think the bigger deal was the fact that later on I'm going to have more expensive gear, and it's going to be more annoying for me to replace it. The carryovers, as I spoke before. But I think I should really just ignore that for now and focus on getting my stats up. We did obviously get the 65-65, so we will have a defender once we get to the troll lands, and we do have 4 regions every week now, so hopefully that's more likely to happen. We shall have to see. And I'm really hoping I get some nature runes before I fill this back up. The reason I only sold 1 of each, by the way, is because otherwise I'd get a lot less money. I should have probably sold the rune med, actually, in hindsight, but we'll see if we get any more nature runes. If we don't, then I can always come back up and sell them off again. But I'm just going to head back down there. We're going to train combat for a little while until I decide on something else I want to do. I think for now, training stats is very important. Getting my melee stats up is really important, and temple spiders are a pretty good method of doing it, plus the fact they're making money for the coffers, as I said before. Alright, we're about to run out of prayer, so we're going to finish up with the temple spiders now. We got ourselves 67 strength, and a bit more, and I think that's going to do me for now. We got ourselves a bunch of cash. We are sitting on 136,000 Gillinor pieces, which is absolutely amazing. We will be shoving this into the coffer in the wilderness, just for future episodes. Maybe we get the wilderness in the future, and we need some money. We'll have a nice chunk in there, so that is going to be handy. I mainly wanted to do this for the combat XP, but obviously getting money in the meantime is going to be great for the future, so we can start stacking up some cash. You never know, in the future, maybe we get wilderness and a region that really needs money. Maybe we get wilderness and we get Monkey Madness done and we want to buy Dragon Simi. We've got the money in the coffers right then, so we don't have to go around and make it. The next thing I want to do is actually kill these guard dogs, because they are actually going to contribute towards my Slayer task from last week. We got ourselves a dogs task from Mauskana, and I figured when we're in the area, I realised we've got guard dogs. So we'll kill these. I don't know how many I've got to kill. I don't have a Slayer gem. I don't use the Runelight plugin before anyone decides to comment that. I mean, you can go and comment it anyway. It helps the algorithm. But in fact, yeah, leave a comment below just telling me to use the Runelight plugin for Slayer so I know how many I've got to kill. Thanks for that. Yeah, so we're going to kill these until it tells me my Slayer task is done. 49 XP per kill, not bad. And then once we've done that, I think the next thing I want to do is head over to the woodcutting guild, and we will be able to chop a yew log and burn it with our 60 woodcutting, 62 fire making, and that will allow us to complete a medium task in the southern Kourend area. And once we've done that, that is going to be every medium task in the southern Kourend area done. So that will unlock the hard tasks. Now, I've looked at some of the hard tasks for every single region, and there's only a very small amount of them where I feel like I can actually do them. One of them is Asgarnia, and getting the Void set. That is doable, I've already got the points for that. Another one was to do Sears and get all the items from Barbarian Assault, which obviously if we get Sears I will work on. I love Barbarian Assault and I really want to go ahead and do it. And we're carrying over the Shark week to week now, so I'm not going to be using that to get the Sharks. We're already going to have one anyway, so that works nicely. Also about to get a Slayer level, so I might just keep this clip on until we get the Slayer level. But yeah, so Sears and Asgardia have got 2 hard tasks that I think would be able to get done. As for every other region, not so sure about. There's quite a few medium tasks that I'm still struggling with. Can't think of them off the top of my head, but I just wanted to extend this clip so we can get the Slayer level, or hit a 0. Get a Slayer level right here, and that is going to be 36 Slayer. Any unlocks? No. Oh, there we go. Nice. Task is done. 12 tasks in a row. Gained 2 points, giving us a total of 34. Very nice. Return to a Slayer Master. Unfortunately, the only Slayer Master we can access is Neve, and I believe that's 85 combat. I will go ahead and check. Yes, 85 combat for Neve, and we are currently level 81. So, we cannot get another Slayer task, although we are getting pretty close to being able to use Neve, which is nice. So I do want to keep training melee, because melee is the best way to get your combat level up. Very fast combat levels of that. Before we go over and do that medium task, I'm going to be using up these grubby keys and seeing what we get from them. Probably should have planted the Radar Seed first, or done something with this inventory, but oh well, I can't imagine I'm going to get anything too interesting. Mostly the food that fills up the inventory, so we are going to just run down here, see what we get. I probably should have used it beforehand, because if I get a super set here, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed in myself. I could have used that for combat. Although there's a good chance that I'll go back to training combat again by the end of this episode, because I'm going to run out of things to do. Plus the fact I want to get combat XP anyway. So let's go ahead and open up this chest. What do we get? Just don't bother. Dragon Bones. Okay, and we did get the super set, as I said I probably would. I'm just going to drop these. Oh, I didn't mean to drop them. Drop my death runes. And the other key gives us blood runes. Yeah, I'm just going to sell them to the shop, I think. Not amazing. Okay. We got double super set though. Of course we did. The one thing I said I didn't actually want to get, but whatever, no big deal. We got ourselves some shark, well, you get some sharks as well. We got ourselves some dragon bones, so we can train some prayer. I guess that's always a nice thing. Can I get through this door, please? I need all these sharks at this rate. I am going to use up these bones real quick. It's not going to give us a level, I don't think. No. Maybe? No, it's not going to give us a level. And then we're going to head over to the Woodcutting Guild. And we will go ahead and get ourselves that medium task done. And after that, it's probably going to be combat training. I'll see if I come up with anything in the meantime. Right, ignore the weird frame rate. I'm not sure why it's so low. But hopefully we can chop a yew log in a reasonably decent amount of time. And we'll be able to light it and complete another medium task. So, if I don't get the next few seconds, I'll make a cut. and we'll see when we get the U-log. And there we go, finally. I did have to cut the clip. It took us like an entire minute to cut that. But there we go, that is a U-log. Let's go ahead and burn that inside the Woodcutting Guild. And that is going to be a medium task in the southern Kourend area completed. Okay, so the rewards for this task are 50,000 XP, 10 super anti-poisons, or an air battle staff. 2 items, or 2 sets of items, that, one moment, I need to take this. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, 2 of those are not very useful at all, so it's probably going to be the XP that we take from this, but we will spin the wheel anyway, and we'll see what we get, and, maybe I sway? I doubt. I don't need the other items. I mean, I could sell them, I suppose. Alright, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Okay. I really wish you'd land on the good XP when the other options are terrible. But, I mean, it could be worse. You could have landed on fire making. Cooking can be useful. It's definitely more useful than fire making, but this only gives us 1 cooking level. But I mean, it could be worse, so I suppose we'll take the 50,000 cooking XP. Sure, why not? That is all the medium tasks done in the southern Kourend area, and I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm gonna go ahead and use this book on Slayer just because it's the most inconvenient to train, and we've nearly got ourselves another Slayer level. Very nice. Right, with that done, that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover in this episode. We've still got 44 minutes left. I'm going to spend it training strength. I also don't know if I mentioned in the video, but we have our rune boots that we got from doing the other medium task. I transferred them over. So that's a nice upgrade on the account. That will be carried over at the end of the episode for sure. We're going to be carrying them over for a while because it's going to be a long time before we find any better items for the boot slot. The weapon, however, may get upgraded fairly soon, depending on how lucky we get with regions. We shall have to see. We got ourselves some potions. I'm going to use up this food, so I'm going to tank for a bit. Ignore the terrible frame rate. I don't know why it's so bad right now, but we're going to AFK some spiders for a bit, and then we'll finish off the episode. Once this episode is wrapping up, I'm going to store this money in the LMS coffers so we can carry it over for the future. And after that, we will spin some new regions. I'm pretty positive about next week. We're going to have 4 regions this week to spin. So hopefully we can get something that's quite eventful. I mean, we did get a boss kill this week, and we also got like 3 medium tasks done, which is really, really nice. So I'd say it's been a very, very productive week. Alright, slight detour. We've got 20 minutes left, but I've just had a thought. It might be worth starting the Grand Tree quest to the point where we have to go and speak to Zuknok. No, not Zuknok. Hazelmere, sorry. Just in case we get the Feldips and we don't have Gnome. I believe we can still translate the message. Although, maybe not. I think we need the item. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to go and start the quest anyway, just in case. Maybe it's helpful. I'm going to have to do a lot of running to get there. We should have enough time to do this, but just in case I need it for future, it'd be nice to go and start the quest. There's no requirements other than 25 agility, which I already have, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll head over to Gnome, we'll start that quest, and then probably head back here. I'm going to have to walk here, though, because I need the minigame teleport to be able to store this. And given that we've only got 18 minutes left, we are not going to have enough time for the cooldown. Right, Nanode, we should be able to start this quest. We've still got 13 minutes left. I believe he's going to give me an item, which I've just realised I'm not going to be able to carry over. But I mean, at least I get this dialogue done. It's not the best case. I probably just wasted my time doing this, to be honest. But nonetheless, he's going to want me to go and speak to Hazelmere. And I'm really hoping that I don't need the translation book. Okay, yeah, we're going to need the bark sample as well. Yeah, this is a problem. We can't carry these over, so maybe this was a waste of time. Oh well, it was worth a try. Now I've got to get all the way back to training combat. I wasted, like, a lot of time here. We're going to go and get ourselves some combat XP, and then I'll probably see you guys at LMS if I remember to go and store off the coins and finish off this week. I'm really hoping we get a good week, good combination next week. I've been discussing with the stream, there are a lot of things that we could get, and to be able to roll none of them would be pretty sad. Right, 1 minute 38, that is plenty of time. We go Clan Wars, I say plenty of time. Got to actually get the teleport off first. Go, 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 go. And this will allow us to store our money. We did spend basically all the natures just alching random stuff because might as well get the magic XP, get us close to 55. So we can finally use high alch. That'd be really nice. Let's run over here. I'm gonna alch 2 more of these. And then we're gonna store our money in here. We have money stored in here already. Deposit all of it. And we still had a minute to spare. Not even close. I mean, I kind of now don't have anything to do. So I'm just gonna stand still, wait for the timer to run out. And we'll wrap up this episode. 2, 1, and that is time up for this week. Very, very good week. We got a boss kill and I think 3 tasks done. A bunch of combat stats, which is also going to allow us access to the Warriors Guild now. So that makes the Trolllands a really good region as well. Going to have numerous people running through me here because I decided to stand in the worst possible place. But anyway, that is the week completed. So, with that week wrapped up, we have got ourselves 6 carryovers. And because we now have the rune boots, we are going to have to drop one. That is going to be the red DI'd spiky band braces are going to go. Unfortunate, but they are pretty easy to get back, and I think they are the least impactful of the items. You could argue the talisman is pretty useless, but if I can hold on to it long enough, we can actually make some use of it. So, the 6 items we're going to be carrying over this week are the D-Med, the Rune Scimitar, the Xeric's Talisman, the red D-Hide Body, the Rorschach, and the Rune Boots. 6 carryovers for us, and we also have 4 regions to roll this week. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll ourselves 4 new regions. Alright, I don't really hate these. There's better options we could have got, but we certainly could have been left with nothing. We do get to do some stuff that I've wanted to do for a while, and it has bothered me. So, I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. But we're going to end off this episode, and I'll see you again for another week of Regional Rumble. Let's go.